Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast. I'm Oz, and today is episode 5 of the Feed the Beast Let's Play Modded Minecraft. Woo! And today we are going to be putting that quarry up, just like I said we would at the end of last episode. So let's head down to the quarry site, I guess you could call it. I've done a bit of work in the interim between last episode and this episode. I'll show you the fruits of that labor after I've finished setting this up. So down here I've set up those biogas engines, filled them up with some biomass from our fermenter up that way. It was a bit annoying having to carry all the buckets down this way, but not too bad. The lava I got from those lava cells you might have seen in my inventory last episode. Okay, I think that's everything we need. Well, you only have 2 buckets. Oh well, I'm sure it won't matter that much. Okay, so here we have that a landmark. It's a redstone torch with lapis lazuli on top. Now, what you want to do to set these guys up is because these guys will set down the boundaries of the quarry that you place down. So my quarry is going to go here, but if you just place it down normally, like this. Why? Okay, so you're not showing the quarry boundary. Why are you not showing the quarry boundary? There we go. So if you just plane it down, it'll mark out a 9 by 9 area. Now, these are the boundaries. The quarry won't dig out anything on these boundaries. It'll only dig out inside these boundaries. So this, from here to here, it'll dig. It won't dig any block that's part of this frame. And there's a cow. And if you place it down like this, the quarry will be in the center. But you can alter the boundaries of the quarry. You can extend them, you can shrink them, you can move them around by using these landmarks. So I've placed down 3 that will mark out the boundaries. You don't need 4, contrary to popular belief. You just need to mark out the distinctions between the x-axis and the z-axis. So I'm going to make a 16 by 16 quarry, which means I will need... Oh, not 16 by 16. I'm making sure that I dig out exactly 1 chunk, and then I've got a little bit on the side. So right here, where the quarry will be is, what, 12, positive 12, negative 22. So along this way, I'm going down to the end of the next chunk, because I'm at 23 here. 24 here, because remember, it won't dig out this edge here. I'm going down to, I think it's 32, 48. Bam, say 48. That marks the chunk boundary, because chunks are 16 by 16. And then I go again down the other axis. So starting here at 13, I go to 32. There is the marker. So here is where I stop at 32. So that way I'm digging out at least 1 entire chunk, which means I'm short of world gen bugging. I'm guaranteed to get myself some diamond. I'll just eat this raw steak. We're playing on normal difficulty now because I just wanted to get the easy stuff out of the way without worrying about mobs. It was brought up in the comment section of episode 3, so I figured, yeah, you've got a point. Alright, so what you want to do here to activate these landmarks, because if I just place it down it won't do anything, you want to apply a redstone signal to your base torch, the torch that the landmark, sorry, the landmark that's attached to both arms. So you just go along and make sure that it falls in line. And it does. Beautiful. So once you've placed them down, you get rid of the signal and you right click. And that creates this little red line here. And that means that your boundary is set and you can place down your quarry. If I place it down, it won't show the boundaries because there's a bit of a visual bug going on. But rest assured that that is where the boundary is. So this is the edge here of where the quarry will put its frame up. Okay. I'm just going to grab my landmarks. No point wasting redstone and lapis. But, okay, so there you go. You still see that this is the visual bug that appears. It's a bit annoying. Now, when I turn on these biogas engines, they'll provide electrical power to the quarry, and that'll power it. Buildcraft electrical power, of course, not industrial craft power. These guys use Minecraft joules per tick. The other guys use energy units or electrical units per tick. Very important to remember the difference between the two, because you can't run buildcraft machines with industrial craft power unless you have what's called the electrical engine. But I will get into that later. Now, once I activate the quarry, a little robot will come around and it will start laser blasting every block inside the frame. So you know how we had that box? Whoa, sorry. I don't know what happened there. Everything inside that box will be destroyed. You won't get the items, so you need to take that into account. So anything inside this frame here, like this, so these blocks will get destroyed. These blocks will get destroyed. Anything inside the boundaries of the quarry will get destroyed, except that cow, because you can't really destroy it. So if you have any ores that you can see inside the boundaries of the box, you might as well mine them up, because you're not going to get them otherwise. So that gets broken, that, and all this stuff here. This won't, because it's underneath the boundary. And this stuff will actually get dug up by the quarry machine, so you don't have to worry about that. What else have we got? We got any more? Doopy doo 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 doo. Nah, looks pretty good. I'm not going to worry about that. Okay. Oh. Bit of lag going on. Alright, so let's power these babies up. Oh, first, actually, I will need a chest. Because once this guy comes out, he'll start storing everything in a chest. Otherwise, it'll just start everything will just start flying up and around everywhere. So I'm just going to quickly make a crafting table and a double chest. Now, of course, you don't necessarily need to use biogas engines to power your quarry. I am, because I haven't used biogas before, I'll admit, and it seems like a fun idea. These guys you want to place adjacent, otherwise you may need piping to put them into the chest. I'm not going to worry about piping at the moment. Okay, so we're attached, everything's good. Make sure to keep everything outside the boundaries of your quarry, otherwise it will dig itself up. So, just remember that. Alright. This should work. Where is our robot? There he is. See? We're getting blocks chewed away. And this guy here, he's our little quarry robot. Very nice visual thing. Now, the color of the laser here tells you how efficiently the quarry is being powered. Blue is the top one. So if the laser is blue, that means you've got a good amount of power, and that means when your quarry is up and running, it'll go at a good pace. Now, oh, zombies. Now, what I would recommend is, while this guy is just making the quarry, just keep an eye out and make sure that he's not destroying any ores that you could just grab on the way. Because there's really no point in wasting it. I mean, with a quarry this size, you're not going to dig up a whole bunch. This quarry is, I think, 22 by 24? No, 20 by 24. So it's going to dig up 480 items per level. So for every Y level, it's going to dig up about 480, barring, caves and other things like that. So that's about 5 stacks. No, that's about 7 stacks of items. So every level, it's going to dig up 7 stacks. So you will need a fair amount of space for this guy to run at full efficiency, because once this fills up, it'll just go going blah, 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 and throwing everywhere again. I'm going to go grab some food while I continue my explanation. Now, one of the shortcomings of the quarry is it cannot dig up lava. If it tries to dig up lava, the machine will stop. It will not run anymore. So you have to be careful with that. Something that I like to do, do I have my bucket on me? No. Is to put a bucket of water up while the quarry is still running in the top levels. Where is my bucket? Okay. I'll just go fill it up with water. Oh, and I need food as well. Do I have my baked potatoes? Where are my baked potatoes? They're not here. Well, I'll just use all these apples then. Yum, yum, yum. Okay. So, that guy's setting up. I'll just go fill up with some water. Tree farms with the chainsaw. Man, fantastic for your apples. Of course, you can automate the tree making process with an arboretum, which is another forestry machine. But I won't get into that right now, because personally I like using the chainsaw. It provides me with a good amount of plant balls. And that'll be handy for fuel usage. Boop. And for our biogas engines. Oh, it's night time. Better go sleep. Okay, so as far as the quarry goes, the boundaries of it are actually pretty big. You can make your landmarks stretch out to 64 blocks by 64. So that means your quarry will end up being 62 by 62. Ah, okay, here. Good. Now, these are the frames of the quarry. They basically mark a solid boundary, and it's going to start building up about 4 blocks. And once this is once this is completed building, the quarry arm will actually appear, and it's basically a diamond drill. It will drill through any block short of bedrock, and like I said before, lava. It won't. It'll just go straight through water. It won't worry about that. And this is just intentionally slowing down because that's what the thing does. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a block of water here. Now this thing will eventually spread out once this guy mines down the level. See, here we go. There we've got our mining arm, or our quarry arm. When this guy goes down, any lava it touches will turn into obsidian, and this guy will be more than happy to mine it up. See, now this means you've got a smoothly running quarry. It's just going straight, straight, straight. It's not breaking, it's not stopping, it's not jerking about, it's not being stuttery or stammery. That means you've got a healthy supply of fuel coming into your engines, and you're providing a good amount of electricity for your quarry. You see here that we've still got plenty of stuff that's going. We're not in really any danger of losing it right now. Yeah, see, this has been running for a little bit and it's still going good. I will have to eventually bucket more biomass into these engines to keep them running, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. As far as this thing is concerned, this quarry is running smoothly, and if we check our chest, we see that items are coming in nicely. Okay, so that quarry is done. We can just leave that and let it run, and once it gets down to about level 10ish, which is I think 60 levels to go or something like that, it will give us some really nice stuff. Hopefully I can get some more uranium as well, because that'll come in handy. Alright, so back up here. Ba-doop, ba-doop. Now here I've got my MFE. It's fully charged, it's been fully charged for a long time, and we've got our advanced solar panels. I'm not exactly sure what these do, but these are customization options, I'm sure. If you know what they are, feel free to let me know. Now here we have our machines like the ones we have down here. So we have our macerator, our furnace, our macerator, our furnace, our compressor, and our extractor. And over here is a thermionic fabricator. I won't get into that right now. I'll explain it a bit later. But if we look here, you'll see that this is the advanced machine. This is the rotary macerator. Where are we? So if we check the recipe here, it needs that advanced machine block I told you about before, the macerator, and 7 refined iron ingots. Now, you'll notice that it's got the particle effect going for it being on. That's because I have done a little trick here. Because this guy here, it speeds up as it goes along. So basically, you put a bunch of items in, it'll start out slow, but once the items keep staying in there, it'll power itself up. It'll speed up so it can get through it quicker. However, if you apply a redstone current to it, it will continuously speed up without burning any items up, or without macerating any items. And it'll constantly suck out redstone. It'll constantly suck out EU from your storage unit while it's doing that. You can see I haven't got anything running, but it's sort of rebounding up and down. Now it'll suck out 1 EU per tick if you leave it running. It's got a max speed. You don't need to worry about these numbers. They're just sort of aesthetic for the most part. But they have an advanced level of their functions from their original level. So if we put this in here, watch. Look how quickly that's going. It's fantastic. So instead of taking 20 seconds per maceration, this thing takes 2. And if we just throw it in an induction furnace, you'll see here this is the third level, or technically 4th level, after the regular, the iron, and the electric. The induction furnace can smelt 2 items at the same time. So for example, boom, it smelts 2 tin dust and 2 tin ingots, which is awesome. Absolutely awesome. Alright, just smelt that up. Bam, we got 24 tin. Like that. So easy. Centrifuge. Oh, as far as the recipe for the induction furnace goes, I'll let you guys have a look at that right now. That is the recipe: a regular electric furnace, advanced machine block, and 7 copper ingots. Now, the centrifuge extractor is the second tier of the regular extractor, and for that you need the advanced machine block and 7 electrolyzed water cells. Now, these electrolyzed water cells, the recipe doesn't show up in your Not Enough Items guide. You need what's called an electrolyzer, which is this guy right here. And you can make it pretty simply: machine block, electronic circuit, a couple empty cells, and some copper cabling. Now, you need to put this guy next to an energy storage unit, which is why mine is right here. There's the MFE. You put it next to an energy storage unit, and once the energy storage unit hits about 75% capacity, this will start leaching power off it. Now, you put a water cell in here, and it will make an electrolyzed water cell. Water cell, of course, you just get like your regular cylinder, you just throw it at water. And they can provide energy, like your RE battery. But these guys, they take 15,000 EU to turn one water cell into one electrolyzed water cell. So to make enough of these electrolyzed water cells to make your centrifuge extractor, you need about 100,000 power. I think it is 15.7. 105,000 EU to do it. So you really need an MFE or higher to use for your electrolyzed water cell, because with a bat box it'll take forever to do it. And look there, see, our water is spread out. We're about 2 levels down now, and that'll just keep flowing outwards until it reaches the edges of the quarry box, and that'll make sure that no lava comes in contact with our quarry. Okay. So the centrifuge extractor, same thing, except it can hold 3 items in its output slot, so you can throw a stack of sticky resin in and get 3 stacks of rubber. The singularity compressor is the last one. It's a regular compressor, except it just runs a lot quicker. And the singularity compressor, it's pretty much the same layout as all the other advanced machines. Advanced machine block, level 1 machine, and 7 blocks here. In this case, obsidian. Okay. What else do I want to talk about? Oh, okay. If you're wondering what that is, that's another quarry I prepared earlier. That is the maximum size. That is a 62 by 62. I have it running on electrical engines with solar power, so it won't run during the night time, but I'm not really worried about that because I can just sleep it off. I've moved my bed up in here. Boom. Okay. So, while we're on the topic of electrical engines, I might as well talk about them now. The electrical engine will take Industrial Craft EU, if I can just get in there. There's that copper cabling. It will attach to the electrical engine, and that will turn electrical energy from Industrial Craft 2, our EU, and it will turn it into Buildcraft joules. And so the Buildcraft joules will power our forestry machine, which uses Buildcraft power. So our thermionic fabricator here, I'll just bring up the recipe. Thermionic fabricator. So you need one of those sturdy casings, which is 8 bronze. You need some gold, some glass, and a chest. Now the thermionic fabricator is used to make these electron tubes. And the basic layout of the recipe is you put 1 redstone there, 1 redstone there, and 5 of whatever block you need, like that. Now you need to provide glass as a secondary input, and that'll turn it into liquid glass, and I think I'll actually show you guys how it works. So let's use some of that tin we just dug up. There we go. I need glass. Where are we? Don't have any. Yep, there we go. So you need to provide a fair amount of glass for it. Just toss it up in there, and it creates a little thing. You can also use sand and glass panes, but if you use them, the energy bar will be up here. So if we just turn on our electrical engine, this will start building up power. And once it reaches this level here, the energy gauge will start coming up. Once it reaches that level, then you can turn your 5 tin and your 2 redstone into 4 tin electron tubes. And these electron tubes you can use to make other forestry machines. One of the useful features here is that if you put the items in here and leave items here in the reserve, it will pull the items out of here before these ones. So if I pull out my tin electron tubes, it'll use up 2 of these redstone and 5 of these tin, which means you can make multiples of your 4 before you need to restock it, which is handy. And let's just let this thing go up. And once it reaches the same the required level, this glass will turn into what's called liquid glass, and that is basically what allows you to make your tin electron tubes. See, there we go. We made 4. We got our stuff out of here, and it's still there, so we can make more. See, we've made 16 tin electron tubes, and let's have a look at the uses for it. So our electron tubes you can use to make a whole bunch. You can use to make machines. For example, here we have a small circuit board that's made in our carpenter, which is another forestry machine I'll get into, but next episode. So we have a 10 electron tubes, our sturdy casing. This guy gets used a lot in forestry, and we can use it to make our turbary. Our turbary is basically like an auto shoveling machine. We can use it with another machine called the peat bog, right here, and that's made using using copper electron tubes. So same recipe as the tin electron tubes, except with copper. And this guy is a fun machine I'm going to use next episode because it makes peat. And this peat here is a fuel that we can use for a peat-fired engine, which is like a biogas engine, except it runs off this peat. And that's an auto product of our turbary. So I'm going to make one of those next episode and show you how you can turn dirt and water into electricity. It's really fun. I actually do love it. I've used it in testing worlds a couple of times. Alright, so that's the 20-minute mark. I'm glad we got our quarry up and running. Fantastic. We'll be rolling in ores and diamonds and all sorts of fun stuff pretty soon. And like I said, next episode I'm going to do a bit of this forestry stuff, these machines. I've got a little plot of land marked out just over... It's just down there, behind our tree farm, and I'll set up this peat bog to get us our peat fuel for our peat-fired engines. If only I got paid every time I said peat. Alright guys, so that's it for episode 5. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I hope you learned a bit. Next episode, like I said, peat engine. It probably won't take the full 20 minutes, so I may indeed start doing a bit more work on our house here. So until then, once again, thanks for watching. It's ciao for now.